Story time on why I lost $1 million out of my trust fund. If you don't know what a trust fund is, look it up and then you'll know. 2 weekends ago, my dad let me and my sister have a boat party on the family boat. Each of us got to invite 50 people. The only rule was that all of our picks couldn't be guys. My dad really only makes this rule for safety purposes so the girls don't get outnumbered by the guys. My sister's kind of weird and she invited 49 girls and one guy because she claims she only has feelings for one guy. Kind of weird if you ask me, but she does have good taste. The boy she invited was super cute. Fast forward, we're all getting on the boat. Everybody's having so much fun, except my sister. She won't get off this guy and I'm kind of just like, girl, socialize. So the second my sister slips away, I go straight up to him and I'm like, hey, you probably don't know this, but my sister has a boyfriend. He just lives in another state. Was that a complete lie? Yes. Was it with good reason though? I think so. Because now he would avoid her and he could finally talk to me because I kind of was starting to like him. I really hate to say this, but if you tell me I can't have a guy, he's probably going to be the one I end up wanting. Okay, let me tell you where the losing the money comes into play. So while I was hanging out with other guys, I guess my sister went up to him and was like, hey, why are you avoiding me? And he was like, well, your little sister told me that you have a boyfriend in a whole other state. I guess she's so desperate for this guy that she told him I was lying, and then they just started hanging out again. So I pulled my sister aside and I'm like, hey, I kind of caught feelings for this guy when you brought him on the boat. Can you just give me a chance with him? And she's like, are you kidding me? You invited 40 guys and you want the one guy that I invited. She was refusing to stop talking to him, so I did the only thing I could do. I asked the boat driver if I could drive for a little bit, and I crashed the boat because how else was everybody supposed to just go home that night? And the only problem is there's cameras on the boat, so my dad knew I intentionally crashed it. It's only a $900,000 boat, so I thought it was a bit excessive to take $1 million, but I guess he's kind of mad about it. Moral of the story, the boy that my sister liked messaged me to see if I was okay, so don't ever be scared to fight for what you believe in.
Being a high school dropout is not cute, actually. It is quite sad that I think, at least in the Latin American community, high school dropout rates are so high. That's obviously for a multitude of reasons. Y disclaimer, no estoy hablando de la gente que ha tenido que dejar la escuela para mantener y ayudar a su familia. I'm not talking about people who had to drop out of high school for legitimate reasons, to help their family, devastating things happen. I'm not talking about the outliers. Number one, high school is easy. What the hell do you mean you're dropping out? Explícame. When I say it's easy, I mean it, pendeja. My last 2 years of high school, I was barely there. I was going through some stuff, whatever. I was not there more often than I was there. And I still graduated. Some of your parents left literal professions, dentists, doctors, lawyers in Mexico y se van para el otro lado y empiezan desde cero. Some Mexican or just Latinos in general will come to the US with nothing. They will leave their entire life for their kids. And you can't even get your ass up and graduate high school. Literally just show up and you graduate. You can graduate with a 1.0 GPA. I don't care if you want to be the next fashion influencer or Kim Kardashian and you have a tape ready to go. You know what kind of tape I'm talking about. What if no one likes your tape? What if people just laugh at you and point their finger and stare? What if you're not the next fashion mogul icon? You cannot put all your eggs in one influencer wishlist basket, honey. No, thank you. My grandfather didn't even graduate middle school, honey, and he always had to work twice, thrice as hard as anyone else to get us adelante, you know what I mean? Levántate, huevona. High school, literally, you just basically talk to your friends for 8 hours, and I'm not saying it's gonna make you smart. I'm just saying there's rules to life, and one of the rules is get your freaking GED. I put too much milk in my coffee and I want to kill myself. But that's besides the point. I don't care if you never want to go to college, you don't want to be a doctor, lawyer, whatever. I don't care. You need to have your high school degree, honey. You just need to work at freaking McDonald's. You're probably gonna need your freaking high school degree, honey. Despiértate, culera. Just because Juanita y Carlos dropped out of high school does not make it cute and cunt. It is not cute and cunt. It is weird.
Hey guys, get ready with me with my new hair for the first time. This is so weird. I feel like I'm transporting back to 2020 when my hair was completely bleached. This was definitely lighter than I thought it was gonna be because when I showed her the pics, they were all oh. This happens every time I get ready. Okay, whatever, but basically every pic I showed her was dark hair with the slightest bit of highlights. And so when she finished, I was like, oh my gosh, this is really light. Just definitely much lighter than I expected. It still looks really good. I think she did a really good job, but I was definitely a little shocked. But it also went a lot faster than I thought it would because obviously my hair is super dark, so she had to bleach a lot of my hair, and usually it takes hours. But my hair lifts really fast for some reason, so I only sat on the chair for 30 minutes with the bleach in. But holy crap, the bleach smelled so bad. I actually thought I couldn't breathe at one point. I was inhaling full-on chemicals. I had to wear a mask and a cloth on top of my mask. But I'm really glad I did it, like especially now with the timing, and I do actually love how it turned out. Like I've been wanting to do this for literally like the longest time, so I'm really glad I did it. I feel like everyone's going through a hair like dyeing phase right now. My whole entire For You page is just hair transformations right now, but I'm like loving it. If you've been wanting to dye your hair, then this is literally your sign to just do it. Also guys, this jewelry brand called Liza Goslin sent me so much jewelry. I need to show you guys. They're the brand with like the smiley face bracelets. These are like their signature bracelets. They sent me this blue one, like it's so incredible. They also sent me all of these rings that I'm wearing except for this one. Literally so cute. Their stuff is so amazing. I just wanted to give them a quick little shout out. Also guys, I just uploaded a new YouTube video. It's my summer makeup routine and I'm really proud of the video. I broke my Kosas powder in my YouTube video yesterday, so now it like doesn't close properly and it just sits on my desk open. Anyways, my YouTube is linked in my bio if you guys want to go watch, or it's literally just Katie Fang. Every blue moon, I rediscover my Rare Beauty powder highlight and it never fails me. I need to wash my brushes because this is giving wet dog. It is prime allergy season. I cannot take any more of this. I forgot to show you guys, but when I went to Europe, I got this honey lip oil and it's literally the best thing ever. And it tastes so good. Anyways, bye guys.
Get ready with me while I tell you guys about the time I entered a beauty pageant because my classmates called me fat. What a lot of people don't know about me is that I used to be a fat kid. Up until high school, people would always comment on my weight, and the only person who was nice to me was my best friend. During summer, I was outside a convenience store eating this candy bar, minding my own business by the way, and then this random homeless man tried to steal my candy bar, and he called me a fatty, so I punched his face in. Clearly, I have a lot of pent-up anger, and that was the last straw. I don't know what came over me. I'm not really the type to punch the homeless, but anyways, he punched me back, and then I had a jaw problem as a result. It was really hard to eat because my jaw hurt so bad, so I got put onto this liquid diet. I ended up losing a bunch of weight, and for the first time, I felt what it was like to be skinny. I wish I could have enjoyed being skinny, but at the same time, the homeless guy sued me for punching him, and I had to find a lawyer. At first, it was really hard, but I finally found a lawyer that I felt connected with me, and guess what? He used to be a former beauty pageant coach. He was telling me that I could really have a shot in winning one of those, and I grew up ugly. I find that really hard to believe. Bye guys, go to part 2. I've always dreamed of getting revenge on my classmates for calling me ugly when they know they're uglier, so I agreed to entering this beauty pageant with my lawyer as my mentor. I knew one of the girls in the pageant, and she was the most meanest, annoying, heinous person I've ever met. She was especially rude to me all throughout high school, so that was my driving force to beat her. I didn't expect to fall for my lawyer in the process of all this, but you know what happens. His wife was starting to get suspicious the entire time of what's going on between us. But hey, if that breaks up their marriage, then that means I finally have a chance. After hard preparation for this pageant, the day comes and it's my time to shine, baby. I was able to impress the judges, and that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. I started getting really obsessed with my image, how I look, and that kind of caused a rift between me and my best friend. A real friend would support my skinny era. She was also a hater when I told her I liked my lawyer, but a real friend would understand that he's the love of my life, even if he is married. This is the show Insatiable. I stopped posting this content for several months, but as you guys probably noticed, I started doing it again, and this is for everyone who followed me for it. I kind of don't like making this kind of content, but I'm very happy you guys enjoy it, so let me know what to do next.
Get ready with me while I talk about my stalker story. I've honestly been waiting like 2 years to tell this story because it was kind of scary. We didn't want this person to see this video or find where we were, but I think it's been long enough now to talk about it. Also, ignore my self-tan hands. Really, I haven't figured it out yet, but we're working on it. This started back in 2021, September, end of summer. I just started dating my boyfriend. We were sitting on the couch, drinking wine, just made some dinner, and we heard the doorbell ring. My boyfriend got up to answer the door. We weren't expecting anyone, so it was a little weird. He answered the door, and I just hear this female voice talking. I looked around the corner because I thought it was kind of weird. There was this lady in her 30s, it looked like. She was wearing a black tight dress and really tall heels. This lady had a bottle of tequila in her hand, and she handed it to my boyfriend, and she was like, "I'm so sorry for the noise last night. I live in the unit directly below you. We were doing construction, and I just wanted to bring this bottle of tequila to say sorry if it disturbed you guys at all." We were confused because we didn't hear any noise the night before. We were like, "Okay, it's fine. Like, thank you so much. It's okay. Don't worry about it." A few days go by. It's morning time, really early in the morning. We are just waking up, getting ready for work, and we hear the doorbell ring again. My boyfriend's roommate answered the door. I heard a bunch of commotion. So I open the door and I look outside and I see my boyfriend's roommate like shoving the door closed on this lady. So obviously it was the same lady as before. She had showed up at 8 in the morning, rang the doorbell, and she was wearing nothing but a towel, like completely naked in a bath towel with her hair wet. And she was trying to come into the apartment. She was like, "Who's there? Is it just you guys? Is it just you guys?" And he was like, yeah, like what, can we help you? Like, what are you doing? And she tried to shove her way into the apartment, and my boyfriend's roommate had to slam the door on her and basically yell at her to get out. We didn't really know what to think of it. We thought maybe she thought they were cute and was trying to shoot her shot, and then she was pissed that they wouldn't let her in or something. We kind of just like let it go at the time. About a month goes by. Me and my boyfriend are getting ready to leave to go get sushi. We open the door and we look down and there's a folded up piece of paper on the doormat. We pick up the piece of paper and it is literally Morse code. A piece of paper with sentences on it, with punctuation, with lines and dots. I literally have a photo of it. Like, it was a Morse code note. I took pictures and videos of this entire ordeal that I can post, maybe. There's honestly so much to this story, so this is like a summarized version, but yeah. So on the way to sushi, I'm like looking up Morse code on my phone and I'm like deciphering this note. I finally got the whole thing decoded and it said, "Who are you and what exactly do you want from me? I'll be back in 30 minutes. We didn't really know what to do, so obviously we went to dinner. We were kind of expecting that when we got back there would be another one, and there was. Morse code note number 2. "If you truly want me, call me. I no longer trust you." We obviously had no idea who this person was, so we weren't responding to the Morse code notes, but it basically became a series of Morse code notes from this lady. She kept leaving them at the door. This was like a week-long thing. Every night she would leave a new one. It would always happen at like 6 or 7 p.m. Like, here's another one. "I don't understand. I will accept Tony, Leandro, or David. They need to call me today." And then just like some random stuff at the bottom. And then there's 3 more. The next one said, "Are they dead? I don't care if they moved on. I want to make sure they are alive and well, !" "As for the other gentleman, I am not a prostitute. I need to get to know them first, nor your slave." Also, throughout this whole thing, kind of left out this part, she would come to the door and ring the doorbell over and over and over again. Ding, 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 ding. We wouldn't even answer the door. Like, we were scared of her, so we wouldn't even open the door. Most of the time, we would just stay and hide and be quiet. She would ring the doorbell over and over and over again, yell stuff through the door, and leave these notes. She randomly left a note that had the alphabet on it, and then when we opened it, she stopped using Morse code, and she actually wrote in English this time. "I don't understand, and unless you are specific on terms and whom you're suggesting, I don't get it, so I won't choose. FYI, you don't own me, and don't think for a minute that I forgot you were trying to ruin me. How can I ever trust you? P.S. The problem in my dreams was that, no open borders." Also, the way she was writing in that looked like someone who is clearly frantic, like it was scary. At this point, we know that we're dealing with someone who clearly has mental health issues. You never know what someone's capable of, so we didn't want to make the situation worse. So we kept ignoring it and leaving it alone. This whole thing basically started a series of months. This lasted like over a year. She would bang up on her ceiling at us with a broom at all hours of the night, like in the morning times, night times. But there was a period of time where she would come every single night and ring the doorbell over and over and over again. Here is a clip of how she would ring the doorbell when she would go crazy. I honestly have so many videos of that I can show a different time. But yeah, at this point, we decided to call the cops, told them what was going on. We asked them to come down and tell her to please leave us alone. Submitted a police report. We showed them all the notes and everything. And they would come down and they said that they would go knock on her door, but if she didn't answer, they couldn't do anything about it. We had called the cops multiple times because this kept happening. Even when they would come, like nothing would change. She would still do it again and they would do nothing really about it. They would say, "We can't help you guys until she actually does something to hurt someone." One of the last interactions that we had with her, she came to the door, did the ringing the doorbell thing again. At this point, we would open the window, the kitchen window, because we could see it out by the door. We'd open the kitchen window and be like, "Please leave us alone, go away, like leave us alone." We would yell for help from the neighbors, being like, "Help, this lady is like harassing us." One of the last interactions that we had with her before we moved out and everything, she came to the window and she told us that she thought that we were paid actors and that we sent paid actors to her door. the cops were paid actors. We were paid actors. And that we sent paid actors to her door to harass her. The whole time, she told us that we were harassing her and we needed to leave her alone. She told the cops that we were harassing her. We needed to leave her alone. Really, she was just mentally ill, which we understand, but also we were being harassed, so it was a lot. Here is a clip of one of the last times how violent she got with ringing our doorbell. It was bad. It was really bad.
She's hiding. Oh my god.
So, yeah. That's that. I can honestly talk about this for so long. I have so many videos. I have a whole album in my phone called Stalker that has every video and all the info about this, so I could talk about it forever. So yeah, let me know if you want a part 2 of my stalker story, but that's pretty much the summed up version.
Get ready with me while I tell you about how my ex-best friend catfished me online and tried to get nudes from me. I already talked about her in multiple Get Ready With Me's, but people wanted more stories, so I thought I would just talk about this one too. For context, I used to have a best friend who basically hated me. Like, she was just a really bad friend. She would always get mad when people complimented me. She would start talking to every guy that I liked. And when I basically didn't want to be her friend anymore, she started bullying me. I actually mentioned this in one of my other videos, but I just thought that today I would elaborate. So basically, one day she came to me and she told me that she knows a guy that she thinks that I would really like. And I was a little confused by that because every time I would like a guy, she would like him too. Like, she would never let me have anything. So I was a little weirded out when she wanted to introduce me to a guy. I was like, but okay. So she gave me his Instagram. But the second I saw that account, I already knew something was wrong. Like, it looked so much like a fake account. It barely had any followers. All the pictures of the guy looked like they were off Pinterest. Like, it was a good looking guy, but you could tell those pictures are from the internet. And all the pictures were posted on the same day, you know? So I immediately knew it was a fake account. But I was also thinking, like, why would she catfish me? You know, that's just weird. But I gave her the benefit of the doubt. So I thought that I would play along at first and see if that's actually her or someone else. So the guy basically messaged me first. And we started texting, but I don't know. It was just, something was weird about it, you know? But I was basically playing along so I could see if it was her or not. I was just thinking, if that's actually her texting me from that fake account, that's messed up. Why would you do that? And I really wanted to believe that that wasn't her. And the thing is, she was really rooting for me and that guy to get together, which was weird because, again, every guy that I liked, she would like too. So it basically went on for a few days until one day that account asked me for nudes. So I was confused because I was thinking, it can't be her asking me that. Like, that's what? Like, at first, I was suspecting it was her the whole time. But when I got that message, I was like, nah, that can't be her because why would she ask me that? But that's when I really had to find out if it was her or not because that was really weird. So then one day in PE class, I went into the changing rooms and I found her phone and I knew her password because we were best friends. And I checked on her Instagram and she had her own account and that fake account and some other ones. So it was confirmed that it was her behind that account the whole time. So I confronted her, of course. And I was like, first of all, why are you catfishing me on Instagram? And why are you asking me for pictures? And she was just acting like it was no big deal. She was like, oh, like, girl, it was just a prank. Why are you taking it so seriously? It was just a joke. It was just a prank. Okay, but like, what? Like, that was just weird. And I don't think she would have told me that she was behind that account if I didn't confront her. And imagine if I actually did send her those pictures. Like, God knows what she would have done with that. Because genuinely, that girl was just pure evil. And I don't know what the point of that was and what her goal was, but this bitch scares me. She scares me. And mind you, that was one of the points why I stopped being her friend. Like, I feel like if I had sent her those pictures, she would have sent that to the whole school. But of course I didn't because I don't do stuff like that. So yeah, that was it, y'all. If you haven't watched my other parts, you should watch them for context. Yeah, period.
If you get offended easily, don't watch this video. I'm gonna say the things that I think some humans care way too much about that are actually none of our business. For starters, saw this on my For You page this morning. Why do we care so much if other girls edit their pictures? I love when celebrities are super open about saying they edit their pictures so you don't compare yourself to them and feel like you don't add up. But also, if I was somebody dealing with judgment and hate on a daily basis, I might do a little editing to my pictures too. I still feel like we care too much to know what work other people have had done. I'll literally see like plastic surgeons videos, and then in the comments people are just tagging, can you do this person next? What work did they have done? Why do we care? I see the same thing being done with people's literal income. People will tag specific creators on other creators' posts and be like, can you break down how much money you think they're making a month? I'd honestly see where that's just curiosity, but I also know people in real life that'll be like, how much do you make a year? And I'm just like, we haven't talked in 4 months. Another one is caring about what people wear. Like, why were grown women hating on 17 and 18-year-olds this year for wearing Easter dresses to prom? Going out on a limb here, but I'm gonna guess that today's 17, 18-year-olds probably wouldn't want to wear my mermaid dress to prom. Also think it's weird when people compare their ring size or their proposal to another girl's. I've seen videos where the husband like proposes to the girl in their bedroom or something, and then the comment section is like, my husband better never propose to me like this. As someone who wouldn't want to be proposed to in a bedroom, I still do not care what other girls prefer. I feel the exact same way about rings. Another girl's ring size, shape, color, whatever does not concern me. I just hope she got what she wanted. So leaving comments on rings that girls get, like, if my husband proposed to me with this, I'd leave. Well, he's not your husband. He didn't propose to you, and maybe that's the one she loved. I feel like people in this generation care too much about what other people weigh. I'll see the most innocent videos on my For You page, and when I go to the comment section, the girl's weight's just being trashed when the video had nothing to do with the girl's weight. Another one, I follow this girl on TikTok, absolutely love her, and she kind of has an accent and like pronounces words a little bit differently, and all the comments are like, that's not how you pronounce that word. I feel like if you have like a family member telling you this to like save you some embarrassment later or something, that's fine, but some people just have different little speech things that makes them pronounce words a certain way. As much as I want to say that I feel like people forget there's a scroll button, I really don't think people forget about that feature. I think some people have a little bit of hate in their heart, whether it comes from jealousy, insecurity, whatever it may be, so they want to bring other people down for being happy. Honestly, some of these might just be a little bit of curiosity, but I just feel like these aren't really things we need to care about.
I'm gonna be doing advice for your sophomore year of high school. I would say that sophomore year gets a little bit more difficult, and this is when you should be focusing on your grades more because it dictates what classes you're going to get into for your junior year. I 100% recommend doubling up on some subjects. For example, I took chemistry and biology in sophomore year so that I didn't have to take it the next year. And I also fulfilled my science credit so I didn't have to take any more science for the rest of high school. And you can also swap that out, like geometry and algebra 2. Now you don't have to take math for a year, things like that. Next, I would definitely say get involved into clubs and sports if you haven't already. Because think about how fast your freshman year went. It'll go just like that. And you'll just be like, oh, I'm halfway done with high school and I've never done anything. Stay drama free. Don't date a senior. Care about your grades because they matter a lot more now. And have a good time because people treat you like you're older and you'll have more fun.
Hey guys, get ready with me for Canada Day. Happy Canada Day to all my fellow Canadians. This is like the one time of the year when half of my following realize that I'm Canadian. I'm wearing almost like the exact same thing as I did last year for Canada Day. I'm wearing the same shirt from Lululemon, but today I'm wearing my Lululemon skirt. And last year I wore my white Lululemon shorts, but I couldn't find them this year, so I'm just gonna wear my skirt. Oh my god, I'm like eating this. I'm going out to brunch with my mom right now, but later I think I'm gonna go hang out with my friend and we might go out, but I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I don't exactly know what the plans are right now, but I feel like in Canada we don't really go like that crazy. Like we do celebrate, of course, but I feel like the 4th of July is like more crazy. I feel like in the US the 4th of July is like a huge deal and you guys go all out to celebrate that day. Like yeah, people celebrate here, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of mid, I guess. Like honestly, my friend and I were thinking of going down to the US because we live super close to the border, so we were like, we should just go down and celebrate for the 4th of July. I don't know, I feel like it'd just be really fun, but we'll see. Okay, I keep wanting to use this like foundation thing from Patrick, but I keep forgetting I have it, so I'm gonna use it today. It's so like creamy. Also, happy 1st of the month. Like, what is going on? I cannot believe that It's already the 1st of July. Also, I'm using my red Rare Beauty blush today because duh. Anyways, I cannot believe that it's already the 1st of July. Like, time has gone by so insanely fast this year. It's been a really blessed year so far. Did I put on a little too much blush? Yes, maybe, but it's okay. We're gonna fix it up with some concealer. Anyways, now we're officially halfway to 2024. I said that when it was June 1st, and you guys were like, no, halfway of 2024 is July 1st. Wow, I just realized today is actually a really big day. Today marks the halfway point of 2024 and is also Canada's birthday. Also, like, this is gonna be a really, like, pretty big month for me. There's so many exciting things coming that I can finally share with you guys. So I'm, like, super, super excited for this month. Guys, this is, like, my favorite part of doing my makeup, which is using this highlighter because it's actually blinding. It's so good. Okay, just did my lashes. Now I'm just doing this Dior lip oil. Gonna use my Sol de Janeiro 62 because why not? Bye, guys.